What's up guys, it's the Cheapster here, and today I'm going to be taking you guys on a ride along to see how my first day of Instacart goes. Also disregard my puffy eyes and maybe my voice sounds a little croaky. I was around a shedding dog and I'm allergic to dogs, so my allergies have been killing me ever since. So this isn't technically my first day working for Instacart because I did work for them 4 years ago back in 2017, but I haven't worked for them since, so I'm going to see what it's like now because in my opinion it looks like the app has gotten a lot better, so I want to see if you can actually make good money working for Instacart now. And I actually did a pretty negative review about them about a year and a half ago, but I just recently did a new review because I think that they've really changed some things in their app, and I think actually now they may be one of the best delivery platforms out there. So today I'm going to take you guys on a ride along with me to see if Instacart actually is a good platform and can make more money than the other apps out there. Also, today is a Tuesday, which in my region it says that that is a pretty good day to shop, so hopefully we'll have some good orders. So it is just about 2, so I'm going to be starting at 2 and I'll be working till about 8 o'clock, so it'll be about 6 hours to see how much we can make in that time. I think they pretty much shut down in my area around 8 and they don't really have any orders after that. But yeah, let's get to it. This is the Cheapster from the future. So I did want to tell you guys, if you do want to sign up for Instacart, make sure you use my referral link or code below. That'll really help me out because it gives me a little bit of a kickback when you guys sign up under my link. All right guys, it's 2, so I'm officially turning on, so let's see what we get. All right, no batches available yet. I guess I'll keep checking. I think the way that this kind of works is you've got to kind of stay on top of the app and be looking at it. They're supposed to notify you if a batch comes available, but it doesn't seem like it really does it super well. And when good batches come available, they kind of get taken quick, so I guess you kind of have to be paying attention to it. So it's a little bit of a downside there because that really makes it hard to be watching all the time to make sure you get a good order, but I guess that's what I'm gonna have to do. So right after I said that about 5 batches came available, nothing that was really that good. There was one that's like $25, but it's pretty far. And I'm not exactly sure if maybe I should be trying to take that stuff and just be driving farther, because it's like if I could find 4 of those, I mean, you're pretty much making $100 in a day. Could be good, but I'm just not sure exactly what the right strategy to use right now is. Oh, I just tried to accept my first order. It was about $30. I can't take a photo of it and show you guys because I couldn't accept it because it got accepted so quickly. I literally probably had like 2 seconds I tried to accept it and it was already gone, so this is gonna be rough trying to accept stuff. All right, so I accepted my first order. It's not the best, but it's an order, so let's go ahead and go do it. I'm a little nervous. It's been so long since I've done an Instacart order. Yeah, kind of have like those first day jitters whenever you're like starting a new job or something. I feel like I still know the basics, but of course I haven't used the system in like, it's been like 4 years, so we'll see how it goes. Can't forget to bring my quarter so I can get a cart. All right, so I got my first order done. It's right back there. It's just about 3 bags of groceries and a pizza. I was a little bit slower than it probably should have been because first off, my Aldi just changed their arrangement, so I haven't shopped since they changed the arrangement. That made it a little bit difficult because then I actually thought I knew where stuff was and I didn't. So I should have had it done a little bit quicker, but it's like 17, 18 bucks for this order. I'm starting to see why it's probably better just to take a farther order and drive a little bit more to make quite a bit more money. So that's probably what I'll start doing from here on out. So we had a snowstorm the other day and now it is 68 degrees. That is crazy. All right, just dropped that order off. Pretty good. That took about an hour, so not super bad. Probably should have like waited for a better order than that and not accepted 17, but it was close. So a lot of that was just me not being super familiar with shopping there and getting back into the swing of things. So probably would be a good order down the road, but just I wasn't fast enough to shop at this time. But yeah, right now I actually need to go get gas because I was dumb and my car's running out of gas when I started this. So I'm gonna run over to the gas station, try to see if I can find any orders along the way there, and then I'll probably just wait there and see what the next order is. Also guys, if you want to save on gas, make sure you use the Get Upside app. I will link my referral down below. I'm saving 8 cents per gallon right here. Something I always use getting gas because it's just free money. All right, I'm all gassed up and just waiting for my next order. An order came in that was pretty good. It was about 16 bucks. Wasn't too far away, but I think the way that I'm thinking about this now is really most orders are going to take about the same amount of length. So it's probably better for me to just sit here and wait maybe 10 minutes, see if I can get one that's like 20, 25. It'll probably pay off better to do that. All right, so I sat here for a little bit. I think that was like 10 maybe 15 minutes. It's probably been 30 minutes since my last order, but that's because I went to get gas. But I was checking. I didn't really see anything for a while. I mean, there's lots of stuff coming out, but just nothing that's really that great. But it looks like my waiting did pay off because I did find a $28 order. It's a little bit of a drive, but I think that's kind of how this is going to go now. I'm going to have to drive to get these orders, but making that much money probably still will take me about an hour to do it. It's still just one person to deliver to. So I think that's a pretty good order. So I'm going to go do that. So I did just realize that this is about 8 miles away. So it's about a 15-minute drive. I still think it would be worth it to drive out here, even if this was a bigger order. This is a tiny order too. It's like 15 items or something, just one person. So this is actually a really good order, I think. But even if it wasn't like as good of an order, I still think it's worth it, because when you're making, that's close to like 30 bucks. I mean, all you really got to do is get like 3 of those kind of orders throughout your day, which might take some time waiting around, but I mean, then you've made about 100 bucks. So that's the benefit, I think, of doing Instacart. This is the worst intersection ever. You sit here at a green light because it's so backed up that nobody can go, so you cycle through like 3 lights. All right, that's what I'm talking about. Got that order done and back there. I've actually never been to Sprouts, so I had to kind of learn the layout, but it's small. So it's always nice when you have a small place because it's not hard to find too much, and there's always someone you can grab if you need to ask a question. Yeah, honestly, pretty easy order for a $30 order, so I'm gonna go drop it off now. Okay, so I just realized that this delivery is actually 10 miles away, so it's a 20-minute drive. So that's kind of why it was worth so much, I think. It is really hard to see all the information before you click accept because you just have such little time to do it. Still, it's probably still worth it. I'm sure that this is just going to be a lot of driving around. All right, got that order dropped off pretty easy. And now I'm headed back, I guess, because I got pretty far away. I'm hoping I can get an order that'll kind of take me back, but I'll see what I can get. I'm probably going to drive a little bit and then sit somewhere and see if I can get another order. Guys, I just saw a $73 order and I was driving, so I saw it out of the corner of my eye and didn't really look quick enough, and I clicked it and I was about to slide to accept it, but I kind of had to adjust my hand and it said the batch is unavailable. I don't know where it was or what it was, but man, $73. My heart was racing, and I'm so mad I missed it. I'm so mad. Okay, so I just got a $29 order to Publix, which is back in town where I wanted to go. So it should be pretty good. It is like 40 items, just a pretty big order. I just cannot believe that $73 order came up. And it was like, I was paying attention to it pretty closely. And just for like a split second, I was like pulling it, nothing's happening. And then I look away and then suddenly 73 and I miss it. That's more money than I'll probably have made the whole day with these 3 orders. Oh, I'm heartbroken. All right, got that order done. That one took a little bit longer. It was definitely a lot of groceries. Oh yeah, there's nothing back there because I put it in my trunk because it was actually a lot. So some issues with that. There were some replacements I had to do. They were out of some items. Customer was wanting refunds for it instead of replacements. So I picked replacements. Then I had to go put them back because he said he just wanted a refund. But now I'm driving there now, so I'll go drop these off. All right, got that order delivered. That was a really close one compared to those other ones. So now I'm just gonna drive somewhere, try to park and just sit, because I learned my lesson last time to not be driving or else I won't be able to accept them. So I'll just go sit and see what comes in. All right, so I've been sitting here for a while now. Haven't got anything really that great. There was a $19 order that was pretty close and it was a small order. I probably should have taken it. But of course, one of the issues with doing this is just the FOMO, the fear of missing out, especially after seeing a $70 order today. It kind of makes you be like, you don't want to accept certain things because you're like, well, what if something like that comes up? But you know, I should have taken that because it probably would have taken me like 30 minutes. It really wasn't that far. And we're getting close to 8 o'clock now. I wasn't exactly sure how all this would go when it started getting later. Obviously, it definitely gets a lot slower this time. So it might be more like 7:30 that it ends. So we'll see if I get anything else now. Wish I would have taken that $20 order. Well, guys, it is 8, so I'm going to officially call it. I haven't seen an order come in about 15 minutes. So I think 7:30 is really when things just start to stop, at least on a Tuesday here. So a little bit disappointing here in the end. I sat here for like an hour and just didn't get anything that worked out. But actually, while I was sitting here, I got a $36 order. I have no idea to where. I have no idea how many items it was. I don't know anything because I literally just tried to click it and accept it without even looking at anything, and it was already taken by the time I did that. So today was definitely full of frustrations with trying to accept orders, and then they just get taken so quickly. So definitely unfortunate unfortunate. I think that there was that $19 order too that I should have taken, and I didn't take it. So I should have made more money today than I did. So I'm going to call it today, but I'm going to go ahead and send it back to me at home. And I'll show you guys how much I actually made in tips, because right now there are still some that are pending. So I'll put it in editing. I'll show exactly how much I made. So now let me do one of those cool transitions. What's up, guys? I'm back. Let's send it back to him. Let's just see what he's doing. It'll be fun. What are you doing back here? You just get out of here. Oh, that was awkward. Well, guys, in total today, I made about $75 and some cents. Now, I really think the day should have been about $100. I definitely should have accepted that $19 order that I passed up. And if I could have just been a little bit quicker, we would have had that $36 order there. And if I could have just been a lot bit quicker, we could have had that $73 order. So again, I made $75, but the total is still pending because the tips are pending for one day. So when I edit this, I'll put in the exact amount. I'll put it there. Might still be the same amount, might be a ton more. I really hope that says like $1,000. But yeah, guys, so my review of how the day went, I have some very mixed feelings about everything. One, let me start off by saying that I definitely made some mistakes today where I should have made more money. And I think that's one of the reasons why I didn't make as much money. And I definitely think I should have made over $100. Even that first Aldi order I accepted, I don't know if I should have. I think I was just trying to jump into something and probably should have waited for a better order, especially around that time, because that's when more orders were coming in and I was definitely seeing more stuff over 20 bucks. The other thing is that even though I've done this in the past, I usually worked for Kroger, Whole Foods, a little bit of Meijer, if you know what that is, and CVS. That was pretty much it. There really wasn't anything else that you shopped at. And down here, it's Publix, Costco, Sprouts, all these different places that I'm not as familiar with. So definitely my shopping speed was a lot slower. So I know that that's something that over time that would improve. I would get to know the places better and I'd be able to shop quicker. Definitely that last Publix order I did, I think the time said it took me about 1.5 minutes to find each item. So if I tightened up some of that stuff, made some better decisions with what I accepted, I think I could have made quite a bit more today. So my original review of what I thought about the app before I started working, I would say I pretty much agree with everything I said. It flows very easy. I think it is a super simple and very well-developed app, especially when you're in the process of shopping for people. I think doing everything is pretty smooth. Contacting the customer, dealing with replacements, even that kind of stuff works out pretty well. The one thing that I would say I don't like about the app that makes it the worst is actually what makes it the best. And that is the list system, where it lists all the batches out for everyone to choose from. Now, at first I thought this would be really great because you can see everything, so you know what you want to take. You can really pick and choose what's best for you. And that is true to some extent, but obviously, as I saw today, these orders go so quickly when they come in. And I'm not talking like, oh, you look at it, you're trying to decide stuff, and then you decide you want to do it, and then you go to click it and somebody took it. I'm talking, it literally pops up on your screen. You tap it and try to swipe to accept it, and it's already gone. It is so quick. Also, if you have FOMO, fear of missing out, which I seriously do, this was really tough for me because seeing those orders and then not being able to get them, I just thought about those all day. And then to top it off, after seeing that, when I was sitting there looking at other orders, I'm comparing them to those orders and not wanting to take orders that I probably should take. That's why I didn't take that $19 order at the end. But again, like I said, I think I really should have made about $100 today in 6 hours. So it's not the greatest money, but it wasn't too bad. Also, I drove right around 60 miles today. So to make 75 bucks driving 60 miles is not usually the best for me, especially when you compare that to something like Grubhub. It was also frustrating though at the batch screen. I kept sliding it over and over to have it refresh. I don't know if that really matters. I don't know if it just refreshes on its own. I imagine it probably does make it a little bit quicker, and that little bit quicker is the difference between $73 orders and nothing. So that was definitely tedious, and it made my waiting time definitely not as fun as doing like Grubhub, where you can just sit there and watch YouTube or something. You really have to be active looking at the app between batches to find the next batch. So I really feel mixed about Instacart right now. I think it can be really good. I definitely think that there's some really big orders on there that you can get, but I do think mixing it in with some of these other things like Grubhub, I think it could work out really well, especially on days like Sundays when they say that they're just crazy busy, and on Mondays when they also say that they're really busy, and Grubhub is not very good on Mondays. So that's pretty much it. That was my first day shopping for Instacart. If you guys do want to try Instacart, like I said before, I really appreciate it if you use my referral code or link that I'll put down in the description. That helps me out a lot. I really appreciate it. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, go ahead and do the cheapest thing you can today. Tap that like button. Also subscribe to the channel. I'll be doing more stuff with Instacart down the road. I'm definitely not done with it. And remember guys, stay cheap.
That's cheap. You still haven't subscribed? Oh my god, come on. What are you waiting for?